so I guess, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Oh, and of course it's not going to work now if we have it like that. Well, no, okay. Wait, will it still work? Yeah, no, this will work, and everything will just... This will be like it was before, hopefully. What? Oh, slot pow. Slot pow... What? Slot pow UI pressed, right? Or UI at. Or, yeah, no, that one was just my mistake. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is like it was before. Everything explodes. Everything just explodes. Oh, right. I keep worrying about Z fighting, but I keep forgetting that our orange text is slightly opaque. Oh, okay, yeah, it's slightly better than before because we can destroy things over here now. Yay! Alright, so yeah, the things that I keep like inverting in my mind, or I keep lacking a clear image of in my mind, I kind of have to pertain to this? No. Sort of that, but yeah, this. So like the destroy button, spawn button thing. So if I said, if I know the button index and I need to, so the button index in this case of destroy button, I want to destroy avail buttons button index, avail buttons button index, avail buttons button index, right? Because that doesn't have to do, that just has to do with like the buttons, like the button index in this case is just like the arbitrary number it was started with based on what number wasn't already taken. So if I want to know what so if I want to start with the arbitrary number and get the slot number, I do this, right? Yeah. Slot avail. Yeah. So I could say like I guess I could just say what, like in avail idx to slot. Is that clearer though? I don't know, hopefully. And it'll take an int bi, I guess. And what this does is basically this. Oh, except return yeah, I mean return I, but I think that always has to be the case. I don't think it's possible. No, I guess it's possible to get something else. So negative, else return -1, I guess. And that means that the button doesn't have a slot. Do I need, yeah, I guess I need to do this separately for pow idx to slot. And PI, I guess. Oh, wait. Huh. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not PI, it's still BI. Because we're still talking about, like, the... pow type, pow buttons, slot pow. Yeah. I'll just go with BI. But we're not looking for slot avail, we're looking for slot pow. Maybe this one should never return -1, I don't think. So, wait, what did I just do? Oh, oops. No. Alright, well, alright. Yeah, change it in the wrong place. Alright, copy that, but also undo that, because that one is supposed to be available. This one's supposed to be, this. Okay. Pardon. So, yeah. So now when we want to destroy a button, and we want to refer to its organization based on its arbitrary button index, then we can just say slot avail. Instead of having to go through all this, we can just say slot avail avail idx to slot for BI. Although it sometimes returns -1, which is awkward. So I guess this isn't cleaner necessarily, but I was hoping it would facilitate like the concept of like tracking like these indexes in either direction. so alright. Yeah, whatever. So int AI equals oops, not that. Avail idx to slot. Actually, I can just say si equals avail idx to slot. Actually, I could call this button to slot, I guess. Yeah, why not? Oh, BI. Because I have taken to calling those button indexes. So then slot avail si. So if si greater than or equal to 0, which it should always be, at least for this context, then slot avail si equals -1. Alright, and then yeah, let's refactor this to button. Avail button to slot, and then pow button to slot. Maybe I didn't use that yet, so you don't have to refactor it. So yeah. So right. So when we're dealing with this avail type, we can say, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with the button. Oop. UI. UI dragging equals true. Oh, last UI file equals UI point. But what are we dragging? What are we translating? Avail buttons, slot avail UI pressed -4. Alright, so avail type. Yeah, this is also what we're dealing with here. For avail type, we want slot avail UI pressed -4. But UI pressed -4, that could be out of range. So okay, so we have to say, right, so we have to say if UI, or oops, we're in an if, UI pressed is greater than or equal to 4. And 4. Yeah, 4. Because 4 is the top row. So actually, no, I guess we could put that even sooner. Because, yeah, the whole dragging system only matters if UI pressed was greater than or equal to 4. Alright, so that, the whole, there's nothing that happens on release except for the processing of dragged modifiers and whatever else gets dragged out of the top. So we're getting the avail type from the slot of available buttons by the UI pressed index. Wait, does that make sense? Yeah, that's the direction we can do it in. If we go, we can we can get the arbitrary information from the slot information. We can get the button information from the slot information just by plugging through the index. In order to get the slot information from the button information, then we have to use those things that we just set up, which is weird and was really confusing for me until we set up those other things. So yeah, so slot to button is automatic. Button to slot is what we needed. What we needed that for. And right, so okay, so now let's switch on avail type. And avail type is button information. So actually, yeah, this we can also just get from the slot information that we're carrying around. The whole UI press -4 is gawky, so I'm just actually gonna say in SI equals UI press -4, and then SI pressed, I guess. SI pressed equals UI press -4. Because we just checked if the UI pressed is greater than or equal to 4, so now we know that we were working with an available. So now we have the slot index of the available. So ASI pressed, I guess. Available slot index pressed. Okay, and so now everywhere we previously used or had been using UI press -4, we can just say ASI pressed. So we can do it there, we can do it here. Wow, we were doing that a lot. We're going to do it a lot more, I'm sure. Oh, you're mad that I haven't finished that switch. Oh wait, I'm already checking. I'm already checking that UI pressed is greater than or equal to 4. Alright, so that's redundant. But I'm still gonna refer to ASI. Actually, yeah, that one's gonna stay UI press -4 because I don't. No, I don't know why. Sometimes I stress about things that don't really matter. It's a bad habit, I guess. Yeah, no, this is gonna be ASI first. Okay. Super doesn't matter. UI press -4. Oh. Wait, UI press -4 is the magical thing that can turn into. Oop, not all that. Not all that. Just ASI first. Okay, so yeah, let's now do the switch now for reals. Okay, so what can the switch on? It could be wait, I don't want to switch here. Why did I start typing out a switch? That's silly. I'm silly. Yeah, wait, I started typing out a switch. I'm silly. Avail type, though, is really important. because that's going to be... Oh, no, right, I remember why I have to have a switch, because it does actually matter. So, yeah. Avail type. Avail type. Oh, yeah, because we only care about... Wait. Yeah. Avail type is greater than 3. Yeah. So, too many indexes. I should have worked with a cleaner. I probably should have, like, had a cleaner setup to start with, but, I don't know. It was right on that cusp where I figured, like, it would be just conceptually confusing enough that I could still slog through it. It would be just ever so lightly conceptually confusing. I might have misjudged that a little bit. Here we are. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna have a light snack. Tomato juice. So, we're switching on, what is it, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for now. 3, so case 3, break, case 4, break, case 5, break. Actually, let's not destroy the button. Oh, well, I guess we don't actually destroy the button here anyways, but let's not even queue up the destroy button until after the switch. Case 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these cases correspond to I guess I could save on I wouldn't have to use that switch if PowStats was a multi-dimensional array. Sure. So where are all those things? PowStats. Oh. PowMult is an int. Whatever, I'll just go with this, I guess. Whatever, it's not so bad. Could be worse, could be a lot worse. What is that? Oh yeah, I haven't finished setting that up yet. Okay. Wait, there's no case 3. Oh, right, case 3 has to do nothing. Okay. Right, so strength, strength, speed, range, and mult. So we have this slot. And we can go slot to button for free. So, oh, we don't have the, wait. UI at is our slot index. Because we know it's 0 to 2. so what then? Powster UI at plus equals powster powster dot length, because I'm pretty sure yeah, the fourth element of, or the last element of these, wait, where's pastor 5? The last element is supposed to be the iterator. So actually, while I'm here, before I forget, I think strength is probably going to go up by 0.2. Speed doesn't do anything yet, but when it does something, I don't know. Actually, yeah, I guess it's good that we're doing a switch, because I kind of want to handle these differently. Because whereas with strength, I want it to like, I want it to be additive. With speed, I want it to be multiplicative, so like I want it to be like 0.9. Not to mean that like you're gaining speed, actually. I mean, technically speed tracks cooldowns, so like it'll probably be like times equals the I guess I'll call it modifier in the last element. And so then with range is probably going to be like 2-ish, and then mult is going to be 1. So save that. Unreachable code still. Probably. Oh, right, because I do if true else. Alright, so yeah. So then for speed, we said for one thing we want it to be speed. SPD, and then times equals in this case, and then for this one we want it to be range. Oops. Range. I can type, I swear. We want it to be plus equals again. And for mult, we also want it to be plus equals. Except we want this to be MLT. Yeah. Boom. Alright. So now, hypothetically, if we drop modifiers onto powers... Oh, but none of them are powers yet. Or they're all powers. I forget. Probably nothing will happen. I expect none of this to change. So if we drop range onto 0, that probably won't change. No, it'll just freak out. Which is an interesting turn of events. Why are you freaking out? UI at is out of range. How could it possibly be out of range? We just checked. Which are you saying is out of range? It'd be weird if you said the length is out of range. Right? Oh, wait, it's length minus 1, isn't it? I'm a smart. I am a smart. Right, so it was out of range, wasn't it? Oops. Alright, now it should do nothing, including not erroring. Alright, mult onto 0. So mult 0. Oh, it did work. Okay. So then speed onto 0. Hey, look at that. I guess I just have these hard-coded to be, probably hard-coded to be 0. Oh, no, that's what I'm not doing. I'm cheating. Because the PowMall is not UI at. We have to go from, what do we want? We want alt, what do we have? We have slot. We have slot and we want button. And that's free. We're just not doing it yet. So, right, so there's a little extra here. It's slot pow or pow slot? Slot pow. Is that a thing? Slot pow? So we're plugging in the slot that we have, and we're getting the button. Wait. The button back out. So maybe I should call that button index by slot instead or something. Is that how that's how I'm using it, right? Slot pow. Actually, I think I'm not using it yet, which is why I was expecting nothing to work, and I'm guessing. Oh, right. That's another thing I have to do. Right, because this only happens if oh no, I'm checking that slot pow UI at not equals -1. I just forgot. I'm apparently forgetful. And then that will just not work because I'm not actually assigning stuff correctly yet. Maybe. Let's find out. Strength on 0. Strength 0. 1.2. Alright, it is still working. I guess the thing that's not hooked up yet is that the slots aren't getting set up in any particularly sensible manner. They're just whatevs, you know. They're just 0, 1, 2, like their indexes. So dash. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Nah. You're just gonna hang out there. You're gonna hang out there, and now you can't move. You can't go anywhere because you're stuck there. Because I haven't programmed you to do anything in that case. Although I guess. Oh no, right? Because that's supposed to be this case, but I'm just saying true so far. So right. So let's set the slot pows to -1. And now probably the only place we can validly put these things are here, and they'll do nothing when they get put there. Yeah. So now it's acting as if there's no power there, which is kind of makes sense. But if I drop it here, then that's totally legit. Anything can get dropped here. Including these. And they will never move. Okay. Oh, whoa. What happened there? Oh, you just weren't enthusiastic about cleanup and stuff, because that's cool. Is POW 3 gonna come off eventually? POW 3? POW 3? I assume so. There's no specific reason. Yeah, POW 3, we got it. You can go right there. And now that's all screwed up. Alright. Alright, so now we have to set up And yeah, what we're going to do anyways next is to set up slot pows. All right. Maybe I'm doing this backwards. Because maybe I'll actually want to keep track of, like, rearranging the powers on the bottom bar will be less frequent action than using the powers on the bottom bar. So maybe using the powers should be the slightly quicker of the two. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. I can optimize that if like way later if I feel like it, but the gains from that super unimportant. So all right, let's slot some pows. So what is this case? This is the case where, this is the case where one of the avail types was a power. So in the case that an avail type is a power, if we want to check if UI at equals, if UI at is less than 2, so we almost want to check the same thing as here, except we actually want to check if it is equal to -1. Because if it's equal to -1, we want to take that spot. That is our spot now. We now own that spot. So actually, I guess we'll do something very similar to this. We'll do avail buttons slot avail ASI press dot transform dot local position equals slots, not UI pressed, but UI at. Because this is its new home. And so then okay, we'll do something like, so this is kind of like spawning a button, kind of. Because we are going to say, because we're going to look for the next button that hasn't been used yet. Which I guess we don't actually have to do because they never get destroyed. So actually, slightly simpler, we'll just say, oh, that's funny. Pow spawn count. Pow spawn count. So like, so in pow take pow gain count equals 0. So yeah. So we'll say, where were we? Yeah. We'll say pow buttons pow gain count equals this guy equals null, because for all avail buttons counts, that guy is no longer an available button. Wait, what don't you like about that? Oh, yeah, I didn't. Oh, and then also, uh, uh, ASI pressed, okay, yeah, also, right, POW type, of what index? Of POW gain count index? Yeah. POW gain count. Oh, I guess that's silly. No, not really. Whoop. This is actually silly in the current system, but it's not silly if we make that change that we were talking about. So, since I'm like kind of 50-50 about that change, what I'm doing now is I'm putting in everything I could need for either system. I guess, which you could say is like excessive, or you could call it A/B testing. Depends on the mood you're in. So it equals what? It equals the avail type, right? Yeah. And then slot POW, yeah. Slot POW UI at equals POW gain CT. Yeah. And then that works again. And that stuff works again. Oh. Except when we're unsetting the avail buttons thing, we basically want to destroy the button, except we don't actually want to destroy the button. So, oh, whoops, this is redundant, because we got rid of, or we moved that somewhere else. So let's just say this stuff. Except, oops, do I already have an SI? No. Oh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that destroy bool dest and I'm gonna call this instead of destroying button, we're going to unavail it, because unavail is a verb. No, I said so. And so we're only going to destroy it if dest. If dest. Oh, dest. Alright, DST. Because dest, I'm using elsewhere to mean destination. Not that DST is better, but anyways. Alright, oh yeah, and then I need to go find the instances of unavail button so I can fix them up. Unavail, yeah. So true, in this case, it's true. True. We literally wanted to destroy it. But then in this other case, now we want to unavail button, avail button, etc. Or unavail button index. but we don't want to destroy. We don't want to literally destroy. Oh wait, we already said it's null. Hold on. So actually, maybe I can accomplish this instead by just saying if avail button bi not equal null, destroy. Maybe? It's kind of cute. If not equal null, and destroy it, no the button, none of the button. I mean, I can actually get rid of this. Derp. Where is it? Unavail button. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So yeah, we don't have to actually worry about it getting destroyed because we already said it's a null. So we can just unavail it, and it'll do the rest of the fun stuff. So then, so on and so forth. Yeah, let's see if we've ruined the world. No errors, that's good. So, yep. Moment of truth. Hey, look at that! And now, strength is going to get rejected from this one, but will get accepted here. Moment. Oh, Z fighting. Oh, so that's interesting. I'll actually need, yeah, I'll need those. Huh. So maybe my assumption about these buttons persisting and like just moving down here was false. Maybe those buttons in the background, those ghostly things in the background, have to instead change. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're as you might be able to guess from dragging buttons around, we're setting up the UI system. Yeah, because we had of course been working on like powers and stuff before, as you'd seen previously, but I still don't know what the third power is supposed to be, so we're taking a departure to work on other things instead. The UI system, as it turns out, is quite a puzzle. So we're making steady progress. So what we have hooked up so far is that please pardon the little like scrawl that I have written on these icons. I just wrote the name of the icon just to as a temporary thing. I need to come up with like actual icons for them at some point. Yeah, tons of fun. So right now, they're like I guess the important ones that we're differentiating are the bomb, dash, and POW3. I don't know what POW3 is, so I just wrote POW3 on the icon. So we set bomb to be the second thing that you always get. We set dash to be the sixth thing that you always get, and then the rest. Oh, and then so yeah, technically POW3 is the 20th or something that you get, but we don't usually test that far. And then also, the rest of them are just like generic, like modifiers. Like I put potions in there, but I still don't know what potions do, and also like what potions are supposed to be actually. I did actually hook up the multiplier stuff though. So like right now you can see like, well, I'm still cheating because like this button is still bomb, even though this button still does bomb, even though we haven't actually dragged the bomb down here. But let's say we actually put bombs on this this ability here. All right, so now it kind of makes sense for this to do the bomb. And no, what I haven't done is to go back and make it so that the bomb doesn't work when you haven't set it like that yet. But all right, yeah, pretend that was the case. So now, yeah, if we look down here, the multiplier for bomb is 1 right now. But if we drag multiplier down onto bomb, then it actually bumps up to 2. So now every time we hit bomb, like 2 bombs appear. And so then potions don't actually do anything, so let's get rid of those. But oh, look, another multiplier. So now bomb is at 3. So now we get 3 bombs. And now we can bump up range too. That also works, I think. So now, yeah, now the range is up to 7. So look, like bombs happen like further out in space and stuff. Speed still doesn't do anything, but hypothetically, if it did something, it would now do it more effectively. Pots don't do anything yet. Although I do have ideas for what they will do eventually. I just don't think they're actually going to be potions. Yeah, so yeah, like they when I start up the pier there really fast, you're actually gonna collect them gradually. I think there's gonna be like some sort of like iconic representation of them in the world, and so like every now and again you'll see them appear. Like I think it'll be based on like your score progression, I guess. Like so like, once you reached a certain mark, like maybe once you've cleared like 5 of the mobs or something like that. Once you clear 5 of the mobs, you get like a bonus, and it could be any of these hypothetically. So then, yeah, they're actually just they instead of waiting for that to happen, they just appear once every second. So like they basically just like flood in, and that makes it easier to test because some stuff has been broken. So dash. Wait, why is dash here already? That doesn't seem right. Oh, I know what happened. Do I? No, I guess I don't. Why is dash appearing there? Normally they just slide down. But when I do bomb, it doesn't slide down. Oh, right. Because I screwed that up with the thing that I was just doing. I was kind of in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of all of this. So I was like, why is that broken? And yes, it's broken because I broke it. So... What, right. Oh, that's the other thing. That's the thing that is weird that I'm doing. I'm trying to destroy the button. I'm trying to unveil the button here, but actually, yeah, thank you. Gosh, it's actually kind of good that you showed up when you did, because I literally spent like 40 minutes, like, staring at these arrays and trying to remember, like trying to just puzzle out like which index to, because I'm using this weird system where like you use an index plugged into an array to get the index for another array, and like I did that with like 2 like parallel systems that I just spent like so much time just like standing here like yes, it goes like this. That was probably like less entertaining. Explosions! Oh man, that'd be an interesting challenge. Like you just get like pages and pages of code. Like you only get to insert like, I don't know, like 3 characters. See how badly you can break it by inserting just 3 characters. I guess you could just put them at the beginning and get a parser error, but that's no fun. So, right. So, yeah, I started changing the naming convention for destroy to, I'm calling it unavail. as a verb, which might not make sense, but it's because we. Oh, actually, this is the assumption that I was questioning when you showed up. Maybe we do actually want to destroy it, and we want to swap out a different texture instead. So actually, maybe I'll go back and actually keep it as destroy. Maybe I'll change it the other way, and then I can get rid of that word that I'm using. That's not a real word. I'd be really bad at that game. I'd lose a lot of friends over that game. Challenge of break code, then pass it to your buddy to try and fix. I would rage quit that game a lot. All right, so yeah, let's change this back to destroy. Yeah, I think it's just simpler to noodle with the texture and with the buttons in the background rather than huh. Something just occurred to me. Alright, so yeah, the thing I'm puzzling over right now is that these things are inset a little bit. They look like they're kind of like flat with the rest of the UI, but they're in the background slightly so that the other buttons draw in front of them. However, once you move a power into place, they start z-fighting again. Like, wait, I could tell they were z-fighting. How could I tell they were z-fighting? Oh yeah, look, yeah. So like, dash is in front and then bomb is in front. Like, so yeah. So I was thinking to fix that, I would, instead of actually, like, because what I did here is the thing that I dragged down from the top of the screen, it literally just plopped into place right there, and now it's hanging out right there. But since it's at the same level as this guy, it's now z-fighting. So I was thinking I would, instead of actually like plopping the thing there, I would destroy it like I usually do, and I would just change the texture of that circle in the background to show the bomb icon. However, I kind of wanted the option for players to be able to rearrange the spells on their bar, so like if they wanted to, they could like drag bomb over and drop it in the other slot. And I guess that would be harder to do. Yeah, right? So I'm thinking I'm thinking I will keep it. I'll just move it into the background, and like hypothetically, if it's in the background of the same location, I'm also scaling it in that case, so it should still look the same, hypothetically. And I guess like at that point, no, yeah, then when you click on it to drag it, it'll have to come back to the front. So maybe that's okay. Maybe the like the top row, they all have like a single set of positions that they can ever be in, but I guess for the bottom row, they'll just need two sets of positions. One flat on the UI layer, and then one inset behind the UI layer. So, and I guess they'll need not only positions but scales. Scales as in relative size. Yeah, also, yeah, especially like left-handed players, like it'd be awkward. Like bomb is the ability that you use the most, so it'd be a little awkward if they had to reach their thumb all the way across and like constantly press that button. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's a little awkward because you want it to drop into the background. yeah, when you let it go down here, you want it to drop into the background. But you still want it to be in front of that thing, of that ring, that ghost ring in the background. So maybe the ghost ring in the background will just disappear. Maybe? Yeah. Alright, so let's keep track of those ghost things, and we'll just make them disappear. And then when you click on them again to drag them, I'm probably not even going to implement that feature anytime soon. I just want to make sure that I'm not like painting myself into a corner, such that it would be really arduous to try and implement it later. So yeah, we now need a concept of these little ghost things in the background, which, I mean, that's not even final art. None of this is final art, but that art is especially non-final. I had borrowed it from another feature that I had considered implementing before. All right, so the UI background, we now need a concept of how what yeah, so yeah, the whole UI section, avail button, slot avail. I guess we'll put it here. Okay, so we'll put it next to slot pow. So int slot pow eg. Oh, not int. Game object slot pow eg. Oh wait, actually, I'll call it pow slot eg. Just because this is the section with slightly confusing arrays of the indexes of other arrays. Arrays of other arrays indexes, yeah. Okay, so equals new game object 3. Save that, and then no, not slash paused. What? Where did I put it? I thought I put it down here. Oh, I didn't make it public. Whoops, wrong button. Alright, now save that and close this. I didn't actually mean to open that. Now we have pow slot bg, and we can fill that with 0, 1, and 2. And so I apologize, I have to take a super quick break. I'll be right back. Just a couple minutes. I miss you already. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry. All right. Puppy. Oops. Okay. Puppy. Sorry. Just okay. Yeah. Hey. All right. Yeah. Earlier today, I was trying to come up with the third power, and oh man, I went in this huge tangent about instead of having like discrete power icons, like I made all these icons, like, well, as we saw, like there are like a whole bunch of icons, like icon for bomb, icon for dash, icon for power 3, and then icon for all the modifiers. But I was thinking, like, what if instead of having like discrete icons for them, thank you. Sorry for the delay. Um, so I was thinking, like, what if instead of having like all these different things, like clutter up the, well, not clutter up, but like, you know, fly through the bar at the top of the screen. What if what if bombs never showed up at the top of the screen? What if what if you got like a strength power and you put it on an empty slot? What if strength like made the bomb ability appear? And then what if so then the way you could get dash is if you put a range power up on an empty slot. And so then following that train of thought, I was trying to think of a power that would like translate to speed as like, because speed is one of the other stats that I have as like a power up, and so like what would make speed the or what power would come out of dropping speed on an empty slot? And I don't know. I kind of like the idea, and I might want to go that way at some point. But the funny thing is, I kind of like, I might have painted myself into a corner with that, because like the third power is supposed to be the one that takes like it's supposed to be like the ultimate ability, so it's supposed to be like the hugest, but then it's also supposed to take a long time to come back. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it'd be like awkward for the quote unquote speed power to take like forever to recharge. Like I don't know if that would be weird. I might right now I'm proceeding as if I could do that, or I might not do that, and so I think I might even get both up. I might completely get both of those systems like up and running to see which one I like better, because I actually like, there are some ways that one of those, like there are ways that in which each of those like possible like systems might actually turn out simpler, and there are like the ways in which either of the two are like slightly more confusing. So yeah, I it's hard to tell just from like thinking about it, like which one would actually feel better. So I don't know. I kind of want to check back on that. Although that would, so if I do that, it would have some restrictions on like what the third power could be. So like for an ultimate power that is based around speed, I was thinking that maybe it would turn your other, like maybe for a short period of time, it would turn your other powers into like machine gun. Just like you don't even have to press the button; they just constantly activate. So like bombs just like appear everywhere, like all the time, and you're just dashing around the screen. The thing about that though is that dashing and bombs don't work perfectly together. So maybe like you activate the speed button, and then you can choose which of the two, like bombs or dash. You can choose like which one you want to just like happen automatically, and maybe you can even switch between the two. I don't know. I'll have to I'll have to come to a decision at some point, but for now I'm just like doing what I can do, like to put together some sort of framework around which hypothetically either idea could be implemented. So now we have our concept of the UI background. Actually, I guess I'll leave that, because we might have to come back to that at some point. Yeah. So, huh. Yeah, I guess what I want to have happen so now when you instead of when you drop a power down from a tray down here, you won't only want the you won't only want to you in fact you won't want to position it to just oh actually yeah, now that I think about it, some of those UI positions that I set up before are kind of irrelevant because like you never actually really care about the forward UI position. Actually, no, that's not true. It will become relevant when you pick it up to drag it again, because when you pick it up to drag it, you'll want it to start at the one closer to the camera, the position closer to the camera. You'll want it to like teleport to that position, and then yeah. Okay. So. Right, so for now we're just going to change it so that when you drop the, so here we have dropped the power onto the, onto an available slot. Right, but now we don't want to actually go to this anymore. We actually, first we want to avail, oh, yeah, yeah. Huh. I'm actually gonna, okay, before I do that, I'm gonna make another concept of so we have the power slot BG, but let's just have a concept of the game object, a public game object, excuse me, UIBG, because for convenience of translation, we'll want to we'll just want to parent it here. Seems like the quickest way. So UIBG. Am I calling anything UIBG yet? No? Okay. So save that. Jump over here, and then okay, yeah. So now we have the individual slots, and then we also just have the BG itself. And then okay, save that. What? Really? Yay! Sometimes I feel like it's taking me an eternity to process these things. Oh, you know what it was? I think I got all the thinking out of the way earlier today. Like, literally, I'm not joking. Before you got here, I was, like, sitting here, and, like, I would go for, like 30 minutes without typing anything. I would just be sitting here, I'd be looking at it, and I'd be like, I think I got over the conceptual hump is what we're seeing here. So now I did all the climbing while it was just me, and then now we're over the hump. We're just like coasting down the implementation slide. Hopefully, I don't know. I do like it. It feels better to like actually be like getting stuff out there rather than just like parsing through it all in your brain. At least I prefer that feeling overall. So we want this guy to change parents. Congratulations, you're getting adopted by the UI backgrounds, and you are moving to what did I call it? One of the things that I'm still getting used to is typically when I have an idea, I'll latch on. Like if an idea flips through my brain and I like it, I'll start like running with it in my brain, and woo! I will jot that down so I don't forget it. come back to that one. Coasting down the implementation side. uh, yeah, if I'm ever typing something or like just doing whatever, and then you see me like, that's I just had an idea, and like my default state, like when I'm working by myself, is just to basically just like stop everything and like think about it. So there'll be moments where like I'll realize that I'm still in front of the camera, and I've gone like 4 seconds without saying anything, which is like a small eternity. Like when I'm otherwise trying to keep like a steady stream of dialogue going, I'm still learning how to like step through like the same mental like processing that I would do for an idea out loud as well. My speech patterns get pretty screwed up. You'll notice that I might start 10 sentences and not finish any of them because I've started another sentence in the middle of... Okay. I apologize in advance for that behavior. I'm aware of it. I'm working on it. What did we call our background? We have our UI background and srsly.bz. Actually, let's change this. Let's call it UI BG slots. And I think because I changed the name, I have to set it again because Unity doesn't like changing. What? Oh, I have an error. Available buttons. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, save that, and then, yeah, I think we'll have to set these again because I don't... What? Oh, yeah, dot transform. UIBG dot transform. Okay, now save that. And I think we have to... UIBG slots, yeah. Unity does not like it when you change the name of something. Or I suppose perhaps it's ambivalent, but it acts as if we couldn't possibly know what you're talking about. Which I guess is just how they set that up. So yeah. So now now I can hopefully remember what they're called this time. Local position equals UI BG slots, I think is what I called them. Yeah, slots, and it's the same index, 0 to 2. Oh, and it's their local position. Dot transform dot local position. And then we want to hide that UI background slot because that slot no longer needs the shadow to indicate a button could go there because a button is now there. Dot set active false. And alright, this will still be much like we saw before. Oh, actually it will still be much like we saw before. So I need to remember to unavail, not here. Oh, right, okay. And so I did land at that. I guess we're sticking with unavail for now. Which is, I guess, weird terminology, but I mean, I know what it means. That's the important part. Unavail. So we don't necessarily want to destroy it. We just want to remove it from the list of available like powers and buttons at the top of the screen. And so further to that point, we actually don't even want to do that here. We just want to flag it to be unavailed at the appropriate time. Equals, wait, what button are we doing that to? right, slot avail ASI pressed. So unavail button equals slot pressed. Okay, so now when the time comes, that will get cleaned up. So now we probably won't see Z fighting, and we probably will see the power slide down appropriately. Yeah, when we set a yeah, no, that doesn't do anything because there's nothing there yet. But if we drop it here, then it actually should work. So now we have more powerful bombs, and they're multiplied. Oh, I forgot to change the scale, which is why the bomb button is now really small. So, but other than that, I think it was working. Like, no more Z fighting. And yeah, so like, actually here, just to be sure, I'm gonna crank the button spawn period way up. So it's actually gonna stop. It's gonna stop adding new buttons, although there's like a million queued up that haven't been spawned yet. I just stopped it because previously we'd seen a bug where when we dragged a power off of the top bar, the others would not slide down. But because we made that change to unavail, I think. Whoa. All right, so it's not perfect yet, but at least they slid down. All right, what did you consider a null reference? What? So what do you think is out of range here? I guess lots of veil I. Is there a false assumption that we're making here? So we didn't see that the first time when we dragged bombs down onto the bottom bar, but we did see it when we dragged dash. I wonder if that'll always be the case. Or I wonder if we drag bombs down over here, will that... No, that works fine. If we put dash here, that also worked fine. Alright. So what then was that? I mean, it was weird, but I'll try freezing the spawn rate again. So now no more are getting queued up. Maybe we'll see it when we get to power 3 or something. Oh wait, I pulled it from like one of these spots. I wonder if it matters like which one to pull it from. No? Oh, I had... No. No, I had... Oh, yeah, that's power 3. Oh, okay. So, yeah, what didn't you like about that? Avail button, slots avail I. Avail button, slots avail I. So what we're doing here is that after we've made a button unavailable, once it's removed from the top bar, then we go through and starting at the position of that button through to the end of to the end of that bar, we check if there's something in the space to the left. Excuse me, to the right. Because if there's we just emptied this space, so if there's something to the right, then we can move it on down. So what did we add? We added in avail button to slot. But I don't think we need that here. Because, well, alright, I'm gonna line break this just so that we're entirely clear about which index is out of range. So, yeah, this is a weird one. Because, like, it happened with dash. Yeah, it happened with dash. And then didn't happen with dash. Alright, so yeah. You think there's not slot avail I. How on earth would that go out of range? It's starting at, oh, unavail button is starting too high. Oh, am I setting the wrong button as unavailable? Avail slot avail ASI pressed. Oh. Actually, I think maybe we just want ASI pressed. Yeah, that was silly of me. We just want ASI pressed. So, right, it would work fine in the freak circumstance, and actually it wasn't even that freak. It would work fine in the circumstance that the slot number happened to, or the slot index happened to be the same as the button index. Yeah, okay. But now it should work fine. So your slot index equals your button index, so let's get rid of that, and then hypothetically the error would have occurred right there, because we had changed because it would have still had button index 1, but it was in slot index 0, so you're also in a weird slot relative to your index, so yep. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's fixed now, but I'll put in POW 1, or POW 3, just to be sure. I think, yeah, I haven't done that yet. Oh, and I haven't resized these yet either, so I have to do both of those things. Powering up, powering up. Look at all this power that we have here. So powerful. Oh, there's POW 3. I looked at it faster. Yay, everything is happy and wonderful. And great. Alright, so yeah, the other thing we need to say is that the scale, I think it always goes to 1. Pretty sure it always goes to 1. Dot scale, local scale, I guess, equals new vector 3. Hey, I said 1. I didn't say 0. I always, when I want to quote-unquote zero out scale, by which I mean reset it to its default values, I always put 0 in there instead of 1. But I remembered this time. Look at me growing as a developer. Or just a person who doesn't make stupid typos anymore. So now you're going to go down here and you're not going to shrink. You're going to stay big, yeah. super big. Roughly as big as dash, right? You should look the same size. Yeah, they totally look the same size. Oops, sorry. Face too close to camera. Alright. We're making progress. So now we have now we have a few cases supported. You can add modifiers or potions, but they don't do anything. To thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. Oh, actually, that's not true. Yeah, I'm going out of town this weekend, so I probably won't stream. I might stream. No, I probably won't stream tomorrow, and then I probably won't stream Saturday. I might stream late Sunday. I don't know what time I'm getting back, but I'll be back Monday. So, yeah, I'll be back Monday. Also, I set up a Twitter account. It's not my primary Twitter account. I set up one specifically for broadcasting when I'm online. It's at srsly_bz. Yeah, I did that this morning, and oh, and then the other thing I'm doing now, I was just like exploring Twitch features and setting things up, and I found the thing where you can upload videos to YouTube. So I'm probably going to start archiving my past videos on YouTube, which is kind of nice because I think instead of like a giant like 6 hour or like, on that one day I did like an 11.5 hour block of streaming. Like it's not just all one giant chunk. It actually like subdivides it into like slightly smaller chunks, slightly more reasonable chunks. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I actually don't really have a fixed end date this evening, so I don't know what time zone you're in, but I might be on for a while this evening. Because I don't know. I kind of feel, I'm trying to get into the habit of streaming as much as possible, so I'm not trying to make breaks in my schedule, but then like yesterday, someone was like, hey, come away for the weekend, and I was like, okay. So, yeah, let's just finish the project tonight, and then we won't have to worry about working on it ever again. No, I'm gonna miss this project when it's gone. There's like a span where I was like, I think I was like intentionally like procrastinating finishing the project just because I don't like I keep telling myself that once I finish this project I'm gonna I don't know, like get a haircut and get a real job. No, not really, but I don't know, like do something more or something. I don't even know. I like what I'm doing now. I want to continue to stream and make games. So yeah, there's probably a lot of someday I hope to get to streaming. I hope, if anything, to like increase what has been my current schedule so far. So yeah, just naturally, like whatever time zone a person's in, like there's gonna be hours that just aren't convenient. Like if I'm doing like a 8 or 10 hour block in a given day, then yeah, it'll be nice to have I think I've never used YouTube before, like as a contributor, so I think it's great as from the consumer side. I use it for a lot of stuff, so yeah. I have no connections in the TV industry, so I'll have to get into that. I'll start workshopping it around or pitching it, see what I can get in terms of well, actually, no. Now that I understand how to use YouTube, I guess I'm all set. We can just go viral with that stuff. Explosion force. So what case there are cases we're not yet supporting. For one thing, now that we have now that we have the capacity to put in our buttons, I'm going to stop faking our buttons, our button presses, or excuse me, our power slots. So yeah, I'm going to make it so that you actually have to put the power into the slot and press the slot, then the correct slot, in order for it to work. So like the zero slot won't always be power 0. It'll be whatever power you put in the 0 slot, which is nearby. It's very nearby. So now, instead of pow act 0 equals true, we will say, and we'll do this for case 2 as well, we will say, oh, yeah! Man, this project is going places. This Explosion Force is getting more traction than my game projects have so far. I'm in the wrong industry. What is the thing where you, in a switch case, oops, okay, so Unity C# or script switch fall through or something? No? Oh, okay. Oh, alright. So it's just as simple as stacking up cases. Because yeah, all this processing is going to be the same, regardless of, I guess we just don't break. Yeah, so we'll put all of this into case 2, and then we won't break on either of these cases because cases 0, 1, and 2 are all the same. Regardless of what you do with case 0, 1, and 2, we have to check. Oh, and this is where we use the button from slot, or button to, wait, is this the, yeah, is this, I think this is the case that we use the button to slot. Ooh, oops. Or no, I guess actually we don't have to do this here. Wait, why don't we have to do this here? I still haven't used this. I set this up and I still haven't used it yet. Because like the indexes only go in one direction, so when we're going in the other direction, we have to use the other index. So button to slot, but I guess we're still talking about slots here. We're still, the information fed in is still slot based. So maybe we use both. Do we use both? Do we have to go from button to slot? No, I think. Yeah, no, I think we can just. Alright. Maybe that's why it took me so long to figure this out. I kept expecting it to be more complicated than it is. But I guess we actually just, instead of activating power 1, we're going to activate the power, well, for one thing, it would be UI pressed. But we're not even activating that. We're activating pow slot, because this will give us the, oh wait, no, pow type. Oh, wait. Do we need slot to button? I mean button to slot. No? Pow act? Yeah? I forget if it's this one or the other one, so I'm just gonna see if this one works. So, oh wait, yeah, exception out of range because it starts at -1, so, right, so we actually have to do if is greater than or equal to 0. then we have a power in that slot, and we can activate it. So, what? Oh, that's, okay. So, yeah, we don't get anything here, because they're all set to -1. There's no power indexes, so... But that's not doing anything. Are we not setting up the powers correctly, or did I just mess it up? Oh, that one works. Yeah, that one worked fine. But bombs are not working, so that's curious. Wonder what that's about. Oh, and dash only works when I put it in slot 0. Oh. What the? Alright, so I definitely do not have it correct. Dash seems always to work when I put it into... slot 0 seems always to dash, regardless of where I put dash. Alright, so... So what do I have? I have UI pressed. We know what slot got pressed. So, what do we have to work with? We have okay. Yeah. So, in the case of unavailing buttons, we avail button to slot when we have the button index and we need the slot index. So, yeah. So that's not necessarily what we need. Oh. Do we need to go there and back? Maybe. Oh, because pow type is based on the button, and we're not going by the button here, we're going by the slot. So maybe I should just set pow type by the slot, but then yeah, right. It was weirding me out why we wouldn't need to use the thing I set up here, and it's because I do in fact need to use it. So pow button to slot. Yeah. Oh, actually, that might be the wrong if statement as well. Yeah, it probably is. Okay, so first we do int, what, button index equals, or no, slot index. Wait. Yeah, so this is an example of me not sliding down the what did I say, coasting down the implementation side. This is an example of the alternative. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if things... I mean, I guess, yeah, I hit a string of like coin flips and I was winning all of them in a row. This one, I did not win. For this one, yeah. So, alright, slot pow. Yeah, that's the one I'm missing. Oh, and it's because I typed it as pow slot earlier. And then, yeah, so slot pow. Alright. So, yeah, we just have to go slightly further. Slot pow. See what I said about, like, arrays of other arrays indices? Super fun, my favorite. But I think, oh, whoops, and then also, do we have to sanity check that? You pressed, cause, right, cause, Yeah, we have to sanity check that. And actually, I think we don't have to sanity check pow type. I think we just have to sanity check slot pow. Because if slot pow, then there must exist some pow type. I think the existence of slot pow implies the existence of pow type, but I could be wrong. We'll see if we get an out of array exception. Bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. It's the bombs we know and love. Although I put it in 0, so maybe I'm rigging it. Dash? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Button location customization. Back of the box feature. And just to make sure I didn't get like weird lucky again. If we put bomb here, still bomb. Alright. And if we put dash here, still dash. Alright. Good stuff. Was there another thing? I know I said we had to do that, or that we wanted to do that, but was there? No, I guess I'm just setting up cases and knocking them down now. So, what case aren't we supporting yet? Are we supporting all the cases? I mean, we're not letting users move powers that once they've placed them. When we do that, we'll probably also want to change button power activation to button up, not button down, because in the case that a user did want to press, hold, and drag, they might not necessarily want the button to activate. But what? Oh, these are both dash now? Why are they both dash? That's neat. It's a neat feature. How did I accomplish that? Has that always been happening? I just didn't test for it. Come on, dash. Yeah, now they're all dash. Well, that's fun. If I do it in the opposite order, will they all be bomb? So that's dash. Now if I do this, will they all be bomb? Yep. So... I know, right? It looked like it was working. This one's weird, because I have no particular idea of why that would be the case. I mean, well, I guess we can look. We're using slot pow and pow type. Pow type and slot pow should be getting set. Am I not setting this? No? Okay. So, yeah, slot pow and pow type should be... We're setting slot pow to be the slot pow of the position. We're dropping the slot power, the position that we're dropping the power, is equal to power gain count. Wait a second. Yep, we're not iterating power gain count. Oops. Yep. That's good. That's why those unexpected brainstorms concern me slightly, is that if I get too distracted, I forget to come back and do simple things like iterating our counters. But alright, you're bomb. Bombing it up. Bomb, 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 bomb. You're dash. And you're still bomb! Yay! Good times. Good times are had by all. Oh, you know what's funny is that that actually was the third power for a while. And part of the reason that I'm having so much difficulty coming up with the third power is that I like that one so much that, like, I just, like, I don't know. That seems like, it's like, what next? What now, then? What happened to it is that eventually it became these little yellow dudes, which I have to fix up. Yeah, right. um, so the thing is, I liked clone power so much that good times had but all. Um, I like the clone power so much, I just made it a feature. I didn't want it to be. Yeah. That was actually. It was pretty early in the project. I spent after like the first thing I did was set up the hero, and then I set up the mobs, and then I was like, no, we need these little yellow cubes. It's just way cooler with the little yellow cubes as well. So yeah, instead of like pulling down a power from the top bar to get those little dudes, now you can just pull down the multiplier bonuses onto your this white square. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like in the final build, but this is going to represent your hero. So if you want to put a power up directly onto your hero instead of onto one of your powers, you can just put it there. Oh, that's not going to do anything. And so if you put, I guess I could hook that up to work now. I could hook it up so. Well, I guess I could hook all of those things up because yeah, I have it set so now that if you put bomb down, then you can bomb. And if you put range onto bomb, like it is actually increasing the range. If you put it onto the hero though, I haven't set that up yet because it's all handled differently. Like for the powers, all of those values are handled in like these like clean arrays all together. But for the hero, it's handled separately, and it's handled separately for the hero because those values for the hero are analogous to values for the mobs and for the allies, and so those are in a separate array that get used they get used in the in like the targeting and auto attacking and autonomy systems for those entities. So yeah, I is that like that might be the only case that I'm not supporting it, or that I'm not fully supporting it, aside from potions, which to be honest I still don't know what potions do exactly or how they. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. Oh, that'd be insane. Yeah, they could all get tall too. Like they're a little on the shorter side now. They could all get like beefed up and like I I mean, yeah, I was deciding a lot of things, or I was thinking about earlier today. I was thinking about what should be the capabilities of the hero, and right now it's actually a lot simpler than I hope it to be ultimately. I want to tune some things up, which in doing so I'll also tune up the little guys as well. So because like right now, like they each choose a single target and they go after that singular target, and they just kind of like kick them around and stuff. But for one thing, whenever you add range to an ability, it increases the radius of that ability in addition to increasing the distance of that ability. So when you put range on your hero, I want it to actually increase the radius of his attack, by which I mean I want it so that when he hits, like he doesn't just hit his singular target, he hits all of the targets in range of that target, or like in a radius around that target. And then I want to do the same once I have it set up for the hero. That way, I want to set up the little dudes to just have like they're supposed to be like a slightly smaller scale of the main hero in pretty much every way. So yeah. Oh, I also need to. I've been procrastinating about refactoring the little dude's targeting system, because like early on I thought it would be a good idea for like, so yeah, if the hero moves too far, if the hero moves away from the little dudes keep up with the hero. So like there's like a, like they have their own autonomy, but only for like a given distance. Like if they're outside of that distance, then their directive becomes, go follow the hero. When I was setting it up, I was like, oh, well, if they're following the hero, I'll just make it so that they target the hero. I won't make it so that they attack the hero, but I'll just make it so that they use the hero as their target, because I had already set it up for any character to move towards their target when they have a target. The thing I didn't think about is that when the hero moves, like this is one of those things that like in games I prefer it to be this way, and so in the game I'm making I want it to be this way. When the hero moves, he continues to attack. Like you can see like dudes go flying everywhere, but that's because like he's not literally targeting this little arrow thing. He's just moving towards this arrow thing instead of his normal movement path. The allies are literally targeting the hero, and so as a result, they don't continue to perform their auto attack while they're moving around. So you can see like nothing's getting kicked up as those dudes all just chase me around. So yeah, that's another thing that I want to clean up. It's not a major thing, but it's something that I appreciate in games, and so